Hello YouTubers, my name is Brian Cleversey from the Utica College Occupational Therapy Program. I'm here to tell you a little bit about occupational therapy and why it is an extremely rewarding career to get into. Now I'm sure many of you are wondering, what is occupational therapy? Well, according to AOTA's Occupational Therapy Practice Framework, the practice of occupational therapy involves the therapeutic use of everyday activities with individuals or groups for the purpose of participation in roles and situations at home, in school, at the workplace, in the community, as well as other settings. The practice framework further states that occupational therapy services are provided for the purpose of promoting health and wellness to those who have or are at risk for developing an illness, injury, disease, disorder, condition, impairment, disability, activity limitation, or participation restriction. Now I'm sure you're asking, what do occupational therapists do on an everyday basis? Well, OTs work in a variety of different settings, but there are three major responsibilities that they account for in every setting. Those three major responsibilities are evaluation, intervention, and outcome evaluation and documentation. When it comes to evaluation, the therapist is working to determine goals for their client. Intervention involves using occupations in an attempt to reach those goals, and outcome evaluation measures whether the goals were met. These are the typical duties of an occupational therapist, but there are many other jobs that occupational therapists perform depending on the setting they are working in. Some of those responsibilities include performing home or workplace evaluations, therapeutic education of the client's family, or the client's employer, as well as assessing or recording patients' activities and progress for purposes of billing or reporting to physicians and other healthcare providers. To learn more about what an occupational therapist does, please visit the American Occupational Therapist Association's website, aota.org. There is so much more to learn about this wonderful profession, and if you're interested, I urge you to learn as much as you can. You won't regret it. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit about the job outlook of the occupational therapist. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, occupational therapy is one of the hottest up-and-coming jobs one can find in the state of the economy as it is today. The Bureau states that employment of occupational therapy was expected to raise 33% from the year 2010 to the year 2020. The growth in need for occupational therapists can be attributed to the exceptionally large baby boom population, as well as the rise of chronic or progressive diseases. Examples of some of these diseases include Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, as well as rheumatoid arthritis and osteoarthritis. Another reason the job outlook is increasing for occupational therapists is because of the general medical advances that enable more patients with critical problems to survive. This would increase the overall likelihood of extensive therapy in the general health field. All of these factors add into one thing: job security. In an economy such as the one we're dealing with today, who wouldn't look for a profession with a favorable job outlook and such a rewarding job description? I'm sure you're wondering, how much do occupational therapists make? I was pleased with this part. Once again, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, as of 2010, the top 10% earned more than $102,000 a year. The median annual wage was at $72,000 a year, and that converts to about $35 per hour. One can compare that to the median salary of all occupations, which comes to just over $30,000 a year. I don't know about any of you, but over $70,000 a year seems like a pretty hefty salary to me. A hefty salary and a favorable job outlook? I'm sure many of you are already looking into occupational therapy. I know I would if I were you. Since all of you are ready to immerse yourselves into the best profession around, I'm going to tell you about the important personal qualities needed as well as the necessary educational requirements needed to become an OT. In my personal opinion, the most important qualities needed to be an OT are compassion, communication skills, interpersonal skills, listening skills, research skills, writing skills, and of course, patience. Most OTs enter the workforce with a master's degree, but a small number of schools offer doctorate programs as well. Most master's programs will take 2 years to complete on top of a 4-year bachelor's degree, but some schools offer a dual program where the students can earn a bachelor's and master's degree in only 5 years. This gives me time to persuade you all to check out the wonderful occupational therapy program of Utica College. It is a dual program with wonderful professors and a friendly environment. I know I wouldn't choose any other school to receive my master's degree in occupational therapy. If you want to find out more about the occupational therapy program at Utica College, check out the website at www.utica.edu under the academics link for more information. Once the master's degree is acquired through schooling, the last step to becoming a licensed occupational therapist is to pass the exam that is required for licensure by the NBCOT, or National Board of Certification of Occupational Therapists. That concludes my presentation. I hope everyone learned a lot about occupational therapy, and I'd like to shout out to my wonderful classmates in the occupational therapy program at Utica College, as well as our lovely professor, Tori Knackley. And that concludes my presentation today, and I hope you all have a great weekend and become an OT. You won't regret it.